Good afternoon and welcome to 60 Minutes Nigeria. It is a program that creates the platform for very, very seasoned analysts and personalities to comment on national issues. A lot is happening in Nigeria and we can't stop talking. We must continue to dialogue. We must continue to dissect. We must continue to offer opinions that can shape the destiny of this wonderful country. My name is godfathers. It is a delight to have you on the program this week. Don't forget that the 2024 Edo governorship election is fast approaching. As I speak to you, the INEC national chairman is in Benin City. And of course, is here to assess the ongoing continuous registration exercise conducted by INEC and other issues that have to do with the Edo 2024 governorship election and things that have to do with INEC. Don't forget that INEC Benin City, INEC headquarters Benin City was recently flooded, and we understand that some of the equipment were destroyed by flood. National Chairman, Professor Mahmood, is here to assess all of that. So, for today, I also have very distinguished personalities with me. I have an educationist and also a renowned clergyman, Reverend Benson Ogeraki. Nice to have you with us today.
Good afternoon, my beloved.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I also have with us a regular face, a man that the people love to watch. He's also a clergyman and the deputy chairman of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, Edo State Chapter, Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. Nice to have you.
God bless you, sir. Viewer, thanks, and God bless you.
Like I said, it's always a delight to have you. So we are looking at this all-important topic, Edo 2024. We're looking at the impact of the continuous registration exercise. It's ongoing at designated centers. Will this have an impact on the election? We're going to start from there before we look at what should the voters, those who are now doing everything possible to go to the various centers to register, what will be their role in determining who becomes the governor or the deputy governor of Edo State? Don't it's a joint ticket, governor and deputy governor, come September. Once again, my name is Godfathers. So let's start with Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. I'm very convinced that you are aware, you must have seen the various designated centers where people are carrying out this registration exercise. Will it have any impact? As we have more people register, that means more voters. Will it have any impact on the outcome of Edo 2024 governorship election?
Just to answer you straight, it will have a great impact because a lot of persons have been waiting for them to register, and the opportunity came. And now, my prayer is that the INEC as a body should not frustrate the electorate. Why did I say so? In the previous election that brought in the president, so many persons registered, and they went to the INEC office to collect their voting card. I will tell you that there are so many people that I know that went there countless times and they couldn't get their voting card. Meanwhile, they registered. You know, I pray that it shouldn't repeat, such issue shouldn't repeat itself. The INEC should keep to their promise. Like you asked, if this continuous voter restriction will, it will bring a great impact to the election. It will, truly, because there are so many people who want to vote now. because there is serious hunger in the land. The people are not aware that this time is a time for me to act. Even those who were not interested in politics before, they now know that everybody has to put his hand, put everything you need to do, you have to do it now. Yeah. Because it's unfortunate that many persons were ignorant of the fact that, they will tell you your vote does not count. Your vote counts. Like I do tell people, like yesterday, I told some part of my congregation, because we had a meeting yesterday, Bible study, and I told them, one service before the election, it will be Operation Show Your Voting Card.
Yes, your voting
I will not
card.
tell you who to vote for, okay, but you will have to tell us that you are a good citizen of Nigeria, and not just a good citizen of Nigeria, a good citizen of Edo State too. By way of participating, in the way of you being part of those who choose who should govern you.
Yes.
And I notice a lot of my members, a lot of my people, I've seen people, they are going to the registration center because now they discover that they got to be involved now. Because what is happening in Nigeria now, there is nobody who is not feeling it.
Yes. Doctor, we'll come back to you and we'll come back. We are talking about the ongoing voter registration exercise. I told you that Professor Mahmood, the INEC national chairman, is in Benin City, and he's going to visit the information we have. He will visit some registration centers. Those we have mixed reactions. Some persons are complaining of slow pace of registration, while others are complaining of spending hours, not being able to be registered or get the voter's card. Now that Professor Mahmood is in town, I think all that will be sorted out. But my guest just talked about the problems associated with the exercise, how some persons have not been able to get their voter's card. But if they do get, the impact it will have on Edo 2024. Let me tell you, this governorship election this year will be one to remember. It will be a memorable exercise. Nobody knows who's going to be the next governor, who's going to succeed Mr. Godwin Obaseki of the PDP, because different candidates are strategizing. They are working hard. Some are doing a house-to-house campaign. A lot is going on, so nobody can tell. In other words, the voters surely might just be the kingmakers. They ought to be. We've heard from Dr. Elvis. Let's hear from Reverend Benson Ogiriaki. Do you think that the more persons that register will have a telling effect on the outcome of the elections?
Thank you very much, my brother.
Okay.
That's supposed to be.
Yes.
I use the word suppose.
Okay.
Because our Nigeria system of election,
yes,
is such a system that it will take some time for people to actually believe in the system. In a situation where you discover that a lot of people have the mind, the courage to want to go out to vote, and after voting, they are rejoicing that they have voted, and at the end, their vote is not actually valued by the leaders, in quote. You discover that whenever you are still going out, you'll be asking yourself, am I really sure if I vote now that my vote will count? But that is not to say that everybody should be discouraged. Nigeria is passing through a process which all of us keep hoping and keep trusting God that one day that there will be a divine intervention. So what I want to say is that as long as the voters registration process is still ongoing, everybody who knows that they have not registered should make sure that they leave their houses, go to the registration center, register. Even those that have just clocked 18 years now, maybe that have not had the opportunity of having the time to register, they should also go to the registration centers to make sure that they register. Then I want everybody to know that the issue of maybe not actually having faith in this country because of what is happening, because of what our leaders are doing, let us not be faint. Because the Bible talks about that in the day of adversity, it said if you faint, it shows that your strength has been small. So we just need to keep trusting God, hoping that one day that there will be divine intervention. So it's an opportunity for those that have not registered to step out to register. And I believe so much that their voting will count at this time.
Thank you very much. That's Reverend Benson Ogiraki. But I just believe that the import of what he has said is that people should not despair. Do not allow yourself to be discouraged. Be optimistic that everything will go according to plan and that your vote will count. Let's get the thought of Dr. Roya. Dr. Roya, yes, you think this voters registration exercise is a blessing?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, let me congratulate Nigerians for this for the 1 year anniversary of Mr. President.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Because to be alive,
yes,
surviving this 1 year is a thing to celebrate.
Okay.
I seriously congratulate every Nigerian. Maybe I will talk a little bit on that.
Okay, on that later on. Okay.
Concerning this continuous voters registration, it's a pity, Mr. Ewosa, because it just shows that we are not learning. Our leaders are not learning. Because repeating the same system over and over again, because if we are learning, there should be an improvement from the past. What we are doing today should show that, all right, we have learned our mistakes and we are improving on what is going on. Because this system of 2 weeks voters registration, for me, is unacceptable. Because you are indirectly disenfranchising a lot of Nigerians who have the right to vote. What stops INEC from making voters registration a normal daily thing? They have staff. Money is budgeted to that office. That just as somebody can walk to NIN office to get his NIN card, what stops a Nigeria from walking to INEC center? Must it be during election? They will come up with this 2 weeks thing. Then everybody is rushing this fire brigade approach. For me, it's unacceptable. It's our time we start looking at how we can perfect this thing, because when if somebody goes there, for example, in the first place, let me give you some analysis. Somebody goes there day 1, is unable to register. Yeah. Goes there day 2, day 3, he says to himself, in fact, we might vote if we can't. Why am I even stressing myself? Because the purpose why I need this voter's card, NIN can do it. Why should I kill myself over a system, a process that I don't even trust? So I think it's our time we begin to do the right thing. For me, Nigerians, I'm not saying Nigerians should not go and register.
Yeah, I understand.
But I'm talking to INEC as a body. They should improve on the past. This fire brigade approach is uncalled for. Nigeria as a country that have raised learned people should not be seen repeating one error over and over again. That's my take on it, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll just move straight to Dr. Evis. Dr. Evis, now, looking at the election, because the outcome of the election will have effect on everybody. The voters, what characteristic or what credentials of the candidate should they be looking out for? Or should they just begin to think along party line in this election? Should it be all about party line, or there should be some characteristics that, some expectations of the voters?
Thank you for this very question.
Okay.
You know, I'm smiling.
Yes, and I don't know why.
The reason is because I am very sure, because I am very closer to the people.
Okay.
That this election party will not be the issue.
Okay.
It is going to, this election is going to be capacity, ability, personality, competence. Okay. In other words, competence.
Yes.
Now, that's why it's so sad when I see a candidate instead of you to tell the Edolite what you can do or what you have done, what you are capable of doing for us, and now you are trying to play politics of let me not go far, but you are trying to attack persons. Doing that, to me, you are even rubbishing your campaign. Because at this time, majority of those citizens, they want to hear what you can do. They want to, they want to hear what you want to do. Not bringing party A or trying to ridicule another candidate.
Yeah.
Any candidate that is doing that now, you are just spoiling your chances. Because the people, like I told you when I started, there is nobody, even the pot of soap of every woman has been affected.
How do you mean? You have to explain that more so that our people can understand what you are talking about.
Okay, some time ago, a lot of Nigerians are no longer healthy.
Okay.
A lot of Nigerians are no longer eating well.
Right.
Those days, you can ask your children after eating,
Yes.
are you full?
Yes.
How many parents can ask their children that question now? Are you getting me, sir? Now,
So the further question is, sure you are eating. That is, so
what people want to hear
Yes.
now is,
You
this is
listen
what
at
I'm
all.
going to do.
Yes.
Not that this person had 10 wives.
Okay.
Not that this person is not from social local government.
Yeah. Politics of ethnicity.
Yes. What people Edolite, what we want to hear now, so we can hold you by your statement, is this is what I'm going to do for you. This is what I will do when I become the governor, if you give me the opportunity. Because the people, there is serious hunger in the land. I keep saying it here, that even those people who are working, their take-home cannot take care of them.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
It's called minimum wage. It's to wage them.
Now, any candidate who will come now, because the people now, with the Edolite now, all we are interested now is not tribe, it's capacity.
That's right.
So it's not
Competency.
politics of ethnicity.
It
That
will
one
not
is
work.
not-
Oh, federal power, international power, this time it will not work. Like I tell people, if you watch, even those who were not interested before, they are not interested. Because hunger don't hit us somewhere. Are you getting that?
Yes.
The mistake that we made some time ago, we are a lot of Edolite, majority of Edolite, we are not ready to make that mistake. Because everybody, because the system, if you look at Edo State now, I'm not a politician. If you look at the system now, we need someone, Edo as a state, needs somebody who will come and improve on what is on ground. Anybody that is coming now believing that political godfathers will come and deliver you, you will fail.
That's right.
You will fail. Just begin to start telling us now what you can do or what you will do.
Okay.
Then as you continue to do that, it will either change our mindset about it. But if you continue to start believing, because this time, a lot of politicians, the Edolite will retire them. And they are already afraid. Because that's why, go and find us, even some time ago, there are some of those who call themselves leaders. Some of them could not even deliver their word. They could not even deliver their local government.
Their unit.
This time, it will be worse. So, a lot of people, some politicians, you think they are powerful. This time, they will shed tears because the people, they will come out en masse.
Okay.
They will come out en masse and they will vote their mind and their conscience.
Okay, thank you.
And money this time will fail.
Okay, we'll talk more about that. Reverend Ogerake, now you are somebody that is into education. You are a school proprietor, and so you develop people, you develop minds. Now, what do you have to tell the voters? What should the voters be looking at for? Because now they are participating in the continual voter registration exercise because they want to vote. What should they be looking out for in the candidates? Should they be looking out for the party? Because if you look at what is happening now, there's no small political party again. Yeah. I don't want to mention the names of political parties. We have very competent persons in different political, even some renowned clergymen in political parties, and they lead congregations too. You know, so this election, a lot will happen. What should the voters look out for?
So I want to see from two dimensions.
Okay.
You know, most time, even when I was in the NTA last week,
Okay.
I was trying to bring their minds towards the integrity of our leaders. Why am I saying so? It's one thing for those that we feel that have the capacity, those that we feel that can deliver. It's one thing for them to enter the office. It's another thing for them to be able to deliver what they promise the people. That is one.
Okay.
Number two, you also discover that most of our people is just that some of them have the impression that, oh, if they enter there, I might not have access to them, I might not have access to whatever it is, that whatever they can get at the voting center, that might become their reward. But I want to say this is a very wrong impression, it's a wrong step, and everybody or whosoever that is having that mindset should change his or her mindset from now. The reason is because a lot of things have gone wrong even before now. When you discover that after collecting money and you vote against your conscience and you are now reaping it later. So we should first of all disassociate ourselves from that, number one. Then I want us to also look at this. Now for those that are going out to vote on that day, this is not the time to actually consider the political parties, but let us look out for those who will know that at least such a person have an integrity to an extent that if the person enter the office tomorrow, that at least there is hope. There is nothing that stops us just waiting and watching on television, hearing on radio, then going to rally centers to start hearing their promises. We should also try our best to take extra step to try to find out who are these people. What are the things that they have done before now, both as an individual, both within their community, both within their local government and whatever it is. So that through all those things, then we can also see that at least if this person step up, he can be able to deliver. And to wrap this up, I want to use this opportunity to talk to our leaders. To talk to our leaders. 4 years is not forever. 8 years is not forever. At most, that somebody can stay in the office is just 8 years, according to our laws.
Yeah, that's correct.
But you discover that the same person that was campaigning and is like is open to everybody during the campaign. And you feel that, oh, this one is accessible, it's accessible. Once they just enter the position, you just find out that even their own immediate family can't reach them. I start asking myself, what is it that you think that after 8 years, that you become the most powerful person? So please, our leaders should make sure that they should allow it to register in their mind that 8 years is not forever. And after occupying a certain position, you will also step down tomorrow.
Okay, thank you
And
very
I want
much.
it to be.
Thank you very much. I know that our viewer out there will surely heed the advice. But I've just been told now by the director that we'll take a brief break. And when we come back, Dr. Royal will be looking at some of the characteristics that the voters should actually look out for as they prepare for this election. September is around the corner. Before you know it, it is September. And the election to elect a new governor will hold. Well, for our viewers out there, we are going to give you the opportunity to contribute to this discussion. It's very important. But let's just allow Dr. Royal to make his comments on what voters should look at for. Dr. Royal, do you think it should be ethnicity driven, it should be along party line, or it should be really about the individual?
Thank you very much. I think this is a very critical question because it has a long way affecting the lives of the citizens of Edo State.
Yeah.
This election, apart from this election, all elections, ethnicity, party lines, religious lines should not be looked into. Because hunger does not know religion. It doesn't. Whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Juju worshipper, hunger is hunger. What we are looking for, what we are looking at for, competence, character, track record. We are looking at charisma, we are looking at intelligence. Because governance is not for the Holland. Governance is for people that have something upstairs. And another thing I like us to look at, very critical, let's look beyond the promises of these political gladiators. Let's look at how will you be able to fulfill your promise? Because we have had promises. I will do this. I will do that. When I become the governor of Edo State, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Immediately the person enters office. It looks like somebody that campaigns and the person that is in the office, they are two different persons. Edo citizens, in this election, we are going to ask, how do you intend to get money, resources to bring about your campaign promises? We should look beyond the promise. Because if that how is not asked, we are only landing on fantasies. We should begin to ask how. Because if you tell me, I will do, because we know the economic state of this nation. We know the financial strength of this nation. And somebody is promising you that they want to turn Edo State to Dubai in 2 years. Ask him, ask her, where do you intend to get the funds? Yes. Because until that is done, our operations will be taking us for granted. They will be taking us for granted. They say, let's just say whatever we want to say. They will believe us. But when we begin to ask the necessary question, I think they will wake up.
Thank you very much. Let me quickly just mention this. You know, our job as journalists, as broadcasters, sometimes we can set agenda. You know, I've traveled to Rivers State, and I must tell you that the former governor of Rivers State, Wike, he seems to be a man that just like infrastructure. The issue of flyover is something that I think candidates should be thinking about. We need flyover in Benin City. We need flyovers in Edo State. It will change the aesthetics. It will change the outlook. It will change. Let me put it in a simple way that the people can understand. It will change the face of Benin City. How Benin City looks, it will change. So candidates should be looking at that. But Dr. Roya says, even if you say you want to give Edo State flyover, you want to construct flyover in different routes to decongest traffic, to change the face of the city, to make the place look beautiful like it is in developed countries, you must also tell the people how you intend to get revenue. Well, I'm not the one to campaign for you, but I know there are many ways that states can actually generate revenue. I won't let that secret out. They should go and do their research.
Sir,
yes.
Although,
okay, Dr. Roy, a quick one.
You look at this present administration from the federal level.
Yes.
They are making Nigerians bleed. Because when the president came and told us that he will do this, he will do this, he didn't tell us how. Today, look at taxes everywhere. Electricity tariff gone up, tax on your recharge card, tax on everything, tax this, tax that. So if he had told us, Nigerians, I'm going to put heavy tax on you, I'm very sure will not be there. Because from the very little Nigerians are making, we are placing heavy burden on them. It's like the man was
one of the ways of getting, of government, one of the ways of government sourcing for revenue It's through taxes
But not
and
this
levies.
multiple
That is
taxes.
standard economics.
Multiple taxes, sir.
Yes.
In Nigeria, the way we are now, everything is coming back. Landed, the effect is on the common man. It's too much.
Okay, the government should look into
Yes.
that. Dr. Elvis.
I want to quickly just
Yes.
drop a point. Concerning what you just said about the
Promises, making
you
of
know,
promises.
the president, our president.
No, but why don't we talk about our Edo
I
State?
will talk about Edo
Yes.
State. If you check, he did come to the office by majority of Nigeria, through the majority of vote. Check it. Now that is
That's an allegation, Dr. Elvis.
No,
An
by
allegation.
calculation.
By calculation.
That causes a lot of problems.
No, by calculation.
As long as INEC has
Sir,
declared
what he says,
the
sir,
president
if you
winner,
check the
we
vote
must follow
of
INEC.
all
He's
the
the president. He
candidates.
won.
What he
Sir,
says,
no,
sir. What he
if you
says, sir.
check the vote of all the
Yes.
candidates,
Okay.
If you
he
combine
did go,
both,
yeah, if you combine both together, he did come.
he's higher than
He's
his
higher
personal
than the vote he got. That means it was
That's
not the majority of Nigeria
Nigerians.
that brought him to power.
That's,
Let's
a,
leave that
that's
for
a
that.
discussion for another day.
Yes. No, go and find out. You know,
It's correct.
We study this thing. We carry our research every time. Let me say this: Nigerians are problem of Nigeria. Like my bishop said, we are hoping until we change, nothing will change.
Yes.
I keep saying it, and I will come to say it.
Yeah.
Until we change, nothing will change. Back to the issue we are talking about.
Yes.
It's unfortunate that many of our leaders, they feel they try their best. This is what some of these political leaders does. They try to enslave the people, make them hungry. That's why this election now money will come out. That's why I told you when I was talking. I said money will fade this time on. Because a lot of us don't they get sense. Well, let me use the street man language. Many persons who were not interested in politics before, they are not interested. Many persons who used to collect money before, they are more afraid now. Now, to my own opinion, like we talk about capacity, ability, and one thing I want to say is this. To be a governor of a state like Edo State, you need to be intelligent. Because if you put anybody there, you know, even though some people say, okay, well, let's just manage him, let's put him there.
No manage.
We have a commissioner.
No.
If the governor
the driver
is the driver,
yeah.
he is not intelligent, he's not capable, even though you have an intelligent commissioner of health, he will not listen.
is a lamb leading lions.
He will not listen. That's why there are so many of these, there are some states that they have capable commissioners. But because the governor, which is the driver, he's not intelligent, he's not sound. You see, everything the people are trying to do, the commissioner, he's not working. But by the time you have a very sound leader as a governor,
Yes.
if you are a commissioner, you are not doing well. You are not meeting up.
Yes.
You can be sacked. You get it now?
Yes.
That is the reason why we must not make that mistake.
Thank you, sir.
We must not make that mistake. Anybody that must be a governor of Edo State now must be sound academically, must be exposed, must have, like I tell people, Benin will say, or where or say, or say, or get the way, there's a way they put it, inyoma, or a fee.
Okay. So
Some
what's the
people
meaning of that now?
Okay, you are wealthy not because of the money you have in your account.
Okay.
You are wealthy by the by the friends
By the
you have.
connections.
Yes. Now we need a governor that is not just a politician, someone that he has friends that like you talked about just now. This person will come into power. He has connection to drive in some kind of things that will become a added advantage.
Yeah.
Not just a politician, they are always to share money. Somebody that have wealth of friends, somebody that is intelligent, somebody that when
You come with an article, he will listen, he will read. Every file that comes to his table, he will go through it. There are some governors that sometimes they don't sleep well because they are treating files. There are governors who do not open files.
So there are two types of
governors. You
governors.
get it now.
The ones that read and the ones that don't read.
Anybody that must be a governor of Edo State now must be extraordinarily intelligent.
In fact, to do more than the president.
You get it now. Now, somebody that there are governors there are people you give the opportunity to lead a state.
Yeah.
Even godfathers will be afraid of it. I am seeing from the candidate we are seeing now. There are some of them we are already seeing that this one he cannot have a godfather.
Good.
You get it now?
Yeah.
Because why? Because this person himself, he has built himself over the years. And it will be very difficult for one person or group of people to just begin to control him remotely from corner. Are you getting that? We need somebody that will lead, that will be in charge as a governor.
That will be in charge.
You get it now?
Yes.
Therefore, that's why all of us must open our eyes. Somebody that will show that responsibility. Not somebody 3 or 4 people will be controlling from the inner
Thank you, Dr. Evis. We'll just quickly, let me just sum up some of the points he has just made now. He's saying that the voters, with all the effort you are putting in to get your voter's card, to maybe regularize your voter's card, you should be careful when you are casting that vote. You should get somebody that cannot be controlled by godfathers, somebody that can actually evolve ideas that can take Edo State to higher level. But let's allow our viewers, members of the public, to contribute. We know that they have something to say to be part of this program. We'll display the phone numbers. For those of you who already have it, you can call in now. We'll take your calls. Okay, we have the first caller there. Please, go on. Go on. Just tell us your name and where you are calling from.
I'm calling from Okomu.
Okay, we have a caller from all the way from Okomu. Go on.
I just want to, whenever people have an opportunity to speak in the air, they should not be sentimental.
Okay.
Speak. People will know that you are saying the truth. But when you are talking, you are not talking that you have somebody you are supporting, which is not. That's what I want.
Okay, thank you. So my guest, but I don't think my guests they've not mentioned any name here. They have just been open because they are not politicians. Okay, you can call in and make your comment. But while we are waiting for more calls, Reverend Geraki, you have more points to canvass?
Yes.
So go on, please.
First of all, I want to say this. It's a plea to all Nigerians that we don't have another country that we call our own. We, the Edo people, we don't have another state that we call our own. But every one of us should join our hands together to build this state and to build this country. Because there is a saying that the change starts from me. The change starts from you.
Yeah.
So it is not the time that we keep looking at what is going wrong and we start emulating it and start following it. But rather, every single opportunity, even in our little corner, that we needed to contribute to the progress of this nation, of this state, we should be able to do that.
Okay, thank you, Reverend Geraki. You continue. But let's take this caller. Yes, your name? Where are you calling from? Okay, we have a caller from Idrowi now. Reduce the volume of your set so that it will not be humming. Make your contribution. Okay, I think we're having problem with this caller. We have a problem with this. Okay, please, whenever you call in, just reduce the volume of your TV set so that the echo to not be echoing. Okay, we have this caller now. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm Progress Running
Where are you calling from, please?
from Owasota.
Go on, from Wasota, Benin City.
When we are talking about good governance, as somebody that will take over, that's what we have been talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
At least you agree with me that when we speak, truth is we need a governor that we have the mind of continuity, and we still do. Not that we say this one that they did before, I'm doing this one. Do this one, continue from there, and do his own ideas, and that will bring progress. Like my name, the state community. Those are the things we are talking about. As they are sitting there, we thank them for being there, having the timing to make analysis. But the truth that anyone that cannot continue, do his own, stay inside. So I beg, we need a governor that will continue and will do his own.
Thank you very much. I know this caller, I know exactly what he's trying to tell us. You know, the problem we have had in this country is that irrespective of political parties, whoever wins, once you win, don't say what your predecessor did is wrong. You just scatter all the policies of the former governor. It is wrong. Continue from there. If he has done some road to some extent, continue the road. Do more. Don't just say, oh, he tied this road to this junction. I will not go to that area again. What of the other streets connected to that junction? Extend it. I think that's what that caller is just talking about. Continuity. It's not about a political party. Anybody that wins should look at what the former governor did and see the merits and see areas that they can continue. That's the right thing. It's not only about those states. In all states and the country. Okay, we have another caller. Good afternoon. Okay, we lost that one. Please call in, make your contribution, because this project, this election, is not about one person. It's about everybody. Okay, we have this caller now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your name? Where are you calling from?
Rex. Duonwina.
Okay, Duonwina. Go on, please.
I want to say here that government actually has what the things we are expecting from them, like most of the things are the areas they can affect us so that make sense. But I've actually looked candidates coming to tell us, I mean, they are jingles. This is what I can do. Contrary, this building, they need to stop and tell us what they can do so that we'll know who to vote. I think to have voted for and they have paid us, personally want to try another person. But if that one still fails, if they don't deliver, we should try like that until we see the one that will help us very much.
Okay, thank you very much. What this scholar has said is just in agreement with what one of my guests has been talking about, that they should tell us what they want to achieve. But my other guest said, tell us good, but how do you get the money to achieve? We want to hear the two together. Okay, thank you. We have another caller, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Ahmed from Auchi.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Ahmed from Auchi.
Okay, Ahmed from Auchi. This is beautiful. All the way from Auchi. Go on.
Yeah, no problem. My contribution to this, pray. We will pray for the good governor for the state.
Okay.
By making noise. But we have been hearing noise from started for many years. The developers the noise. When they don't fix there now, they better our resources. They fear. Not be waiting to tell them again. We pray for those people. Only hungry or dead hunger. Now all state government I call the answer for their citizens body. So the money they to balance the economy of your state with the pocketer and with the fear. wetin dem say dem share for politics. Oga, when I say Sokoto for politics, see Sokoto people benefit for their government. But the true time when that state Sokoto government don say, you know wetin that man don do. Yes. That's why they say that fit do for state here. Na I see am. I dey travel, but I bring a day. So we know wetin dey happen. So we just dey pray. If we need development for those states, develop support. And go reach not be so Edo and just the people. Not be to say hungry day. The state government contribute to the hunger. That is the truth. Because Edo state junior, and they see every time. The government knows say na junior turn economic of this state down. So if you don't fight for the junior, even the okay, I don't support the wetin they call local government chairman. And I say for now, local government chairman, they get road where they try. You know, this local government, they get closer. So they support motorists, they produce development for their local government. That is why if you say north, if you go to north, everywhere they play. But they say they make noise. You want to vote, you want to vote, you want to do that, you want to do this. When you want to do another money, you want to do a bit of money.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ahmed. All the way from Auchi. This is part of exposure. Ahmed says he's a well-traveled man, though within Nigeria. He travels to Sokoto and other northern states. I've been in the north. I was in Katsina State too for some time. And actually, before you get to Katsina, you must pass through Kaduna, you must pass through Kano before you get to Katsina. If you see development there, you'll really be impressed. The northerners, they do a lot, but they say there are roads because of the weather. The weather seems to favor their roads. That's what we hear. Because their roads are wide, well tarred. Okay, we'll just take this now as the last caller. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Mohoro.
What's your name?
Okoro from Mohoro.
Please go on.
Admola, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, what I want to say, what I literally want to contribute is not by you saying too long in any government matter. It depends on how you start your what do they call it, manifesto.
Okay.
So if you have a good manifesto, let's check all the parties and check their manifesto. Then we talk of the personality. We have a good people. They have a good personality, and they have been in this government one way or the other. They've not given chance to be a governor of this state. But this time around, what we are going to do, if you have experience, good. We don't want anybody who has taken part in any of this government now, who has played any role, who has worked, whether you work for any of the past governors. We don't want. What we want to do now, we have to go to grassroots and look at the Ferrari. Young man.
Okay, thank you very much. You have made your point. And you know, this is not a military government where you can just say those who have participated in government before should not participate again. It's only military that can do that. But all they say, we thank you. What you are saying is that we just need a credible person who can actually help Edo State. Time is not always our friend of the program, but we just quickly wrap it up. Let's start from Dr. Roya. Your party comments, quick one.
Yes, Edo citizens, go and get your PVC. Your PVC is your power to determine the next phase of Edo State in the next 4 years. And congratulations to Nigerians once again.
Thank you very much. I really said we'll talk about national anthem, but we don't have the time again. Maybe, Dr. Elvis, a quick one. Are you okay that we are returning back to this old national anthem?
Over the issue of this national anthem, I'm very sad. Because that is not what Nigeria need now.
Thank you very much. So conclude your discussion.
I see it as a form of distraction because they know that there is serious pain. Nigeria is bleeding. They just came out with that just to distract us. And we will stand, we will not be distracted.
Okay, conclude your discussion for this one, a quick one.
One thing I want to quickly say is election that is going to happen September start now. Our people, we have to be very careful. And I also want to appreciate the current governor, the outgoing governor. For one thing, I discovered because there are so many establishments in Edo State that, you know, he went back, like what we are saying just now, that when this government just come, the whatsoever that was on ground,
Yeah.
whatsoever the former governor started, I
Okay,
discovered.
thank you.
I want to say,
Yes.
for me,
Yes.
I believe that Edo State, this election, money will fail.
Thank you very much. Just quick one, Reverend Basic.
So
Just one word.
what I want to say here is that whosoever that is given the opportunity by God and by the people, whenever you step to the office, do your best to make the Edo people to be proud of you.
Thank you. That's the program. It's been a wonderful one. We have production crew behind the scene too. Thank you very much. That's 60 Minutes Nigeria. Do have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.